Is it recording? Is it recording? It is recording. Hello. I am back with another one of my Minecraft videos. I've not done a Minecraft video for ages, but that's what I've been feeling, so that is what's happening. And it's creative as always, because I absolutely love creative. So that is what we're working on. I've got a little project that I'm focusing on today, where I am actually going to be kind of redeveloping a little area in my creative world, which is just in the centre of the screen now. You can see there's a lot of sort of trees there. And I've wanted to develop this area for a while, and I've intentionally left it. I've been doing loads off cameras. You might be able to see there's like loads of new buildings that have appeared in the background and in the foreground, actually. And I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, and it's an area that I've purposefully left and not touched, just because I feel like I wanted to make it into a video. I don't know why. Some things I think, yeah, I'm going to leave that for a video. So just take kind of a mental picture now, and you can compare that to what we've got later, and I'm going to walk you through kind of what I do to this little area and why I'm doing it. Now, that brings me on to why I've flown over here, because I have this little pathway which I'm trying to follow now that used to be kind of like the main road for these houses. Now, as my like train station, if you like, I wonder what he's doing. Is that like when they upgrade? I'm such a noob sometimes. There used to be a pathway there under that little, well, that brick building, which is actually a staircase for my train station, which I'm just showing you here. That's a little entrance I've got to the train station. But I'm quite aware as well now that because of this, there's a little... Well, if someone that lived in one of those houses wanted to get like to the village square, you used to be able to just walk straight through. Like, I do show you later in the video where that path goes. There used to be a path just cutting through there to this little housing estate. And I've obviously built over that path, so now I want to try and make a more direct route. Now, as you can see, like, you can cut through the train station just to get up to the village square, but I feel like that's not convenient. I want something else. And as I'm about to show you in a second, well, I showed you at the beginning, we've got that kind of little cut through where I really thought, well, just we need something in that space anyway. So for quite a while I've been wanting to develop it. I'm just showing you there is a super long way round. But at the minute, that is the only way, other than going through the train station, to get right round to go to the village square. Not practical. So I'm going to make a little cut through here. Yeah, squeezed in a little pathway. Now, I was tempted to as well, those houses that were already there. I didn't know whether to demolish them and completely rebuild them, which, spoiler alert, I don't do. I was kind of tempted to flip them around as well, so instead of that being the back bit, that's like the front of the house. But then as I looked at the houses, I kind of like as they are and didn't want to change it. So yeah, I don't end up flipping them round. I just end up making the back gardens a little bit smaller. And yeah, just kind of work with it. So I'm going to speed the video up a bit. I'm just putting the path in here. This is where you actually see how I've cut corners and just sort of put grass over the kind of natural spawning, not very nice lands. Just as well, you might have noticed at the beginning of the video there were some houses that where you could see at the beginning, they were just there. I've done them off camera. There's lots of things that I've done off camera. So if anyone wants like a walk round of the world and kind of how it is present day, let me know. If I'm just being like completely honest, I've completely been like rumbled with my whole YouTube stuff with my students, which is not fun. I could dive into how it happened. I mean, I didn't want to make like a whole video on it, but it has actually. I mean, you'd think that maybe like getting all the attention would kind of spur me on a bit, and it's done the complete opposite. Like, I think I just, like, in terms of target audience, I didn't want it to be my students. And it's not that I don't like them or anything. I just, mainly, so I don't get in trouble, want to keep work and, like, what I do at home separate. I mean, it'd be awful, like, if I just said something wrong in a video and then, like, lost my job because I did something stupid. Now, most people would say that the logical thing is to just not do YouTube then. Like, as I said in one of my videos, which is still public, teaching and YouTube probably don't go hand in hand. And I've got lots of thoughts on it, and maybe I'll dig into them a little bit. I did say to speed the video up, and I'm just kind of leaving it playing. I think I'll do that. I'll leave it playing in the background and just keep waffling on as I normally do. But yeah, unfortunately, it was through year 10. Some people have managed to find my vlog channel, which is a shame. And like I say, it's a shame because I really enjoyed doing it. It was just a load of fun. Like, this is a load of fun. It's what I do for enjoyment in my free time. Like right now, I've tidied the garden up a bit today. I've got a few hours till I need to go and take my car for some work to be done on it. I was thinking, what should I do with myself? And I've come back to what I enjoy. I mean, I thought, again, it was in the back of my mind that I've been wanting to do a video on this little area for ages. So I've come back to it. And like I said, I do literally do it for enjoyment. I mean, I could just, like, as I've said before, do it super private where only people I know can watch the videos. But it'd be nice to put things out there. It's just not amazing that I've kind of been discovered, if you like, and I feel like as well, and it could all go completely wrong. Um, my vlog channel's obviously been found, and it's got a lot of attention, which I'm not even enjoying. I'm not even happy about it. I'm really not, which is weird. Like, shouldn't I be happy about that? It's just not what I wanted. And the gaming channel, like, I am fully aware, I reckon a couple of people have found the gaming channel, but it doesn't seem like it's got the same attention as the vlog channel did. So I'm sort of riskily, like, all the videos are still there. I don't think I've said anything wrong in any of my videos. It's generally just me playing games and rambling about life. And like I always say, like, if you think I have, like, please just let me know. But I'm kind of hoping that maybe I can keep doing this in my spare time. I was a bit worried though that like, if my students watch my videos, they'd come up to me in lessons and stuff and go, "Oh, I saw you did this, or you should do this, or whatever." And it's just a little bit of disruptive behaviour, but it's quite quick to squash. And to be fair, I mean, on Friday just before we broke up, I'm on the Easter holidays now. Then the Friday just before we broke up, like, I had my year tens. Oh no, it must have been Thursday. It was Thursday. Yeah, and that was like the first. I don't know if that was the first day where I actually realised that, oh, sugar, like, people have actually found the channel. And it just kind of exploded. It was a very nerve-wracking time. I remember literally sitting in the work car park, changing all my videos to private, and then even some of them, while they were still on private, were getting views. I'm like, well, someone's got to be sharing a link to it then, or something. So at the minute, I've basically put all the vlogs on private, apart from 3, which I think are absolutely fine, and they're not very exciting videos, and it'd be nice to leave all the other ones up. But I'm just sort of worried about some of the things I've said. I mean, I've learnt my lessons from it, and again, like, if we're being brutally honest, and I really hope I don't get in trouble, because I'm literally doing this because I find it fun. I'm not trying to get in trouble in any way. And if I got told to just stop, or you shouldn't have done that, or whatever, I try and fix it, because I don't want to get in trouble in my job at all. Yeah, it's a shame that I can't do both, and maybe I can. Who knows? And because this is like the gaming channel has not got as much attention, like, maybe I can keep that going. But we'll see, because again, like, that's going to get spread around, isn't it? So I might have to stop that too, or again, just start afresh, which is what I'm thinking about doing for my vlog channel. I'm just going to have to be so careful. It just sucks. It really sucks. And you might think, like, why can't I just have students watch my videos and stuff? But it's, yeah, no, not ideal. Not what I want either. I've found, because I've just had, like, loads of random kids at work come up to me and I don't know, most of them just say my YouTube channel name, and it's not nice. I don't know why. It's a bit like, oh, you found that, and I didn't want you to find that, sort of thing. I'm just sort of looking in this property at the minute. It's been so long since I played, I couldn't remember how it actually was, and I'm sure, like, if I've forgotten, then maybe you'd want a reminder too. So I was sort of deciding, like, what kind of building I'm going to attach on the side. So I was looking at these 2 properties and thinking whether, like, I could demolish parts of these if I needed to. Now, in the end, I end up just adding, like, a little house on here. I really thought I'd end up squeezing in, like, those are flats or something, which I could still do. Like, if you want me to do that, let me know. But otherwise, like, I've ended up just squeezing in, like, a fairly bog standard house. It just ends up having a lot of, like, attic space, which I convert into pretty random rooms. Now, I'll explain what's happening as it happens. So yeah, I'm just filling this in now. I'm going to actually fast forward a little bit. Let's go forward 30 seconds. So filling that in with grass. And now you can see I'm just putting in, like, a bog standard house. Just while I'm like on this note, like, if you are one of my students watching my video, fine. I suppose I don't mind. It's not the end of the world. I'd ask that you don't comment on my videos, please, because anything that gets commented, I am, like, supposed to report to the school. So if you're a student, please don't comment. It also doesn't feel great either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with my students watching my videos, I suppose. Like, I don't say anything inappropriate or anything. Like I say, I'm just really worried that it could get me in trouble at work, and I don't want to get in trouble at work. But I've realised, like, I do want to keep doing YouTube, because obviously one of my instant thoughts was, like, do I just delete everything and completely forget about it? But I genuinely get such a buzz from it, and I think you can see that, like, on my vlog channel, which is part of the reason why I've left it public. I'm really glad that I'm, like, talking this through as well, because, like, if anything did come from this, I'd be like, look, you can literally see in the videos, like, I'm talking about how work is my priority. I'm trying not to get in trouble. I could really do with trying to speak to the principal again, like, if I can. It's just so awkward. Like, why can't I just have a little hobby that's my little hobby? I guess it's because of the hobby that I've chosen. Oh, it's so deep, and I need to stop thinking about it, because it is just making me miserable. But yeah, if you're a student, I sort of don't mind you watching. Please don't cause a fuss at work. I'd appreciate if you don't share it with other people. I mean, it's probably naturally going to happen. And I've also thought, like, the more you tell people not to do things, the more they're going to want to do them. But yeah, if you genuinely, like, enjoy watching my videos and want me to keep doing this, you could help me out by helping me avoid getting into trouble. Obviously, the safe thing is to make sure that no students can watch it. But also, like, part of me thinks, what's the problem? Like, I'm not doing anything silly, saying anything inappropriate. Anyway, I don't want this whole video to me just be whinging about the situation. But yeah, it'd be sort of wrong for me to not talk about the situation, I think. And I don't know if I'm being bold by posting another video. But like I say, like, this is what I like to do in my spare time, and I have been getting, like, so much enjoyment out of it. So it would be a proper shame if I've got to stop. So this is the point here where I'm starting to think, like, should I flip the houses around? That guy really gets in the way. So I go back in the house again, because again I've forgotten, like, what they're like inside. It'll be really good if you've not seen my old videos and you just watch along with this one to just sort of see what I built before. So it looks like I've got kind of bedroom, bathroom, and this will be like living space down here. As always with me, it's like half finished. It's not fully complete. So I was really thinking, like, can I flip this around and make this the back garden? And so I'm looking and thinking, is there room for back gardens? And maybe with that one I could just do a super small back garden, but then the other ones don't work. And I'm looking over here and thinking, there's sort of the space for the gardens here. So then I decide, right, okay, well, do I keep the houses that way around? And that is what I've done. Now, if you don't like it, want me to do something else, as I would usually say, let me know. It's going to be really iffy, like, if students are watching and want to tell me things. Might be better to tell me in person rather than commenting things, because obviously then I can fully regulate that, and I don't have to report anything. Oh my god, just the thought of it terrifies me. And I generally don't know whether to, like, turn comments off, but no one, I don't, as far as I'm aware, I don't think anyone's commented on the gaming videos. And I'm not encouraging you, I don't know, like, for there's been students that have been commenting on my vlog videos, which is not great. And please, I don't even know. I need to just maybe not even go into it, because the more I say, the more I could, like, trip myself up. But I don't know. How do I find a balance between doing a hobby that I really, really love, and doing the job that, sometimes I've said I don't love it, but I want to keep doing it. Otherwise, I'll just quit, wouldn't I? But oh, what a shame. Never mind. So I've decided, as you can see, as I've said here as well, like, I'm turning these into the front gardens now. I do think there's enough space there for, like, this little kind of pathway cutting through. That property on the left has got a little garden. This one doesn't really have a garden at all. I know that happens with a lot of houses. And then here, like, if you've not been following along with my videos, these little kind of birch wood blocks, planks, whatever you call them, are just kind of what I use as building site things, kind of keep the villagers out and sort of pretend like this is the fence we're putting around while we're building things. Now, this is where I've potentially got one of my thumbnails from. I've not decided what, like, the thumbnail's going to be yet, but I take this down and look. There's an iron column in there that I'm assuming has just been trapped for, like, eternity. It's been, like, incarcerated. You can actually see the old pathway here as well, look, where you used to be able to cut through between the houses. And it makes you think, like, should I just make a little tunnel that cuts under? But where would that go to in the village square? Maybe that is something I could do. So again, if you want to see that, let me know. Preferably in person rather than. I don't know. It's just because another option is switch the comments off, and obviously if it doesn't work, I can switch the comments off. But I genuinely don't know. It's all fresh at the minute, and I just want to keep doing my hobby. That's the sad thing about it. I've obviously, like, had a bit of free time and thought, what should I do with it? And I've come back to doing Minecraft, and it's a case of wanting to make a video as well, because genuinely, there's a little fox there, sat down. And again, like, I can remember some point later in the video, oh yeah, maybe I'll see when it comes up. There's another thing with the fox, that's something I wanted to remember to say, which has fully put me off now. I was talking about, again, my YouTube issues, wasn't I? Or was it weren't I? Weren't I? Wasn't I? I suppose you can say either. I'm really picky with my partner about speaking properly, so what was it? Practice what you preach. I need to speak properly as well, which I feel like on the whole I do. There's an odd time like that, and genuinely, like, as well, like the past few days, I have just, my brain has not been working. Like, even basic maths, I've been making mistakes, and I feel like sometimes I'm a lot more switched on than I am others. And generally, like, through doing this career, I feel like I used to be really switched on, and now I'm not. And I feel like maybe a lot of teachers can perhaps relate to that. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get my mojo back. Looks like I'm just putting the floor in, so I'm going to speed this up a bit. You don't want to see me just putting floor in. What have we got going on here now? A bit of grass. Oh, right, okay. So it looks like I'm finishing off these gardens and just putting the fences in. I think those gardens are okay sizes. I'm going to fast forward a bit here. I end up chopping the dirt out and just turning it like that into a little garden. Absolutely fine. Now this one at the end becomes a bit of a problem because really I want a garden for that house and a garden for the one that I build in, and it doesn't really work out. And if I'm being honest, I don't finish it off in the video. So again, if you've got suggestions, like, let me know somehow. Let me fast forward again. Right, no, I'm not going to fast forward because just here I'm putting in like a little kind of chimney breast, if you like. I seem to be doing this for a lot of my houses at the minute. It just helps me kind of make the living rooms like a more appropriate size. I feel like sometimes I wing the living rooms and they end up being really tiny and not appropriate, whereas if I put a fireplace in there, it does make me leave kind of enough room for everything. What am I doing here? Just kind of looking around. I know that this little bit here, it's like a little ledge and there's a nice little view out here. You should be able to see everything. And that does end up getting bricked up. And I think I'm going to miss that little kind of lookout bit. But it was a weird building anyway, let's be honest. So looks like I'm putting the stairs in now. Let's skim forward because it's not super exciting to watch. Right, so I've put the stairs in, I've put the floor in, or the ceiling in if you like, just kind of bricking up that room because this is going to be a little bedroom at the front. I'm just placing the bedside tables and kind of picturing where the bed's going to go so I can again make sure the room is the right size. Let's fast forward again. I think I just kind of put the flooring in. Not super exciting stuff. Yep, so I'm sectioning off the living room. I put some sofas in there, if you like, kind of pretend sofas. It's such a sad little life, this, isn't it? But it's what I enjoy. I mean, what's wrong with it? It's maybe just putting it out there that's the part that's wrong with it. But I don't know. I'd like to. Like, if you go and watch like my first ever vlog, which is still public, it's called Disaster in the Making, Why I Want to Give YouTube a Go. And I genuinely just dig into why I want to do it. And I'm so glad I did that now because everything I feel like is going to boil back to that video. And you can really see what I want to do it for and what I'm trying to get from it. It's not like yeah, well, I've seen how successful other people can be, and it's like, well, why would I not want to do that too? And as I said, like, I think I said in the video, in reality, if it doesn't work with my job, because when I made that video, it was right at the end of summer holidays. And as I said in one of my vlogs, I can't remember which one, but I wish I'd just done it at the start of the summer holidays. But I've always been iffy about giving the whole YouTube thing a go. And as you know, like, I've got really stuck into it. I've not got a lot of attention from it. I was literally talking to my grandma about it yesterday. Because I think I told her, like, when I first started, I was like, oh, I've started doing this, by the way. And she just randomly asked, like, are you getting a lot of attention from it or whatever? And I mentioned how, like, the students had found it, and she was like, oh, no, that's a shame. And I sort of showed her sort of how many views I was getting and stuff. And said I wasn't really bothered. And she asked about money as well, because I mentioned that obviously, like, if you're really successful from it, you can make money from it. But you've got to be really successful, and I'm not going to be getting that with my, like, 10 views. But literally this boils back to, like, I'm not doing it for the money. I am not making a YouTube video thinking, well, yeah, I want to get a bit more cash. That's not what I'm doing because I don't even get paid for it. I am literally doing it because I enjoy it. And that would be the sad thing about if I had to give it up. Like, it's literally something I enjoy. But I know sometimes, like, you've got to choose whether things are right to do or not. So we'll see. Right, so I've just stuck, like, a kitchen on the back of this house now. It's a fairly small kitchen, but then it's a fairly small house. Perhaps some of those, like, upstairs spaces I should have used as, like, living space rather than bedrooms and stuff, but you'll see. So I'm just looking here at what to do with the garden. I'm very aware that kitchen window sort of overlooks that other property's garden, which is not ideal, but you could kind of... I mean, I've seen, like, was I walking... I think I was walking around Cleethorpes. Was it Cleethorpes? And I saw, like, some houses are really squished in because obviously everyone wants to live near the coast, and people have tried to, like, make money out of the space that they've got, which hats off to them. I mean, excuse me, why not? Um, and this is that kind of like the sort of story of what's going on with me now, like squeezing a little house in that space that was there. But I did see there was someone's house. I'm trying to remember where it was. I can't remember. I walk everywhere. Really good for my health and my mental health. Um, and I did see there was someone's like kitchen window. Ah, I remember it was in Cleethorpes, like right near the seafront. And their kitchen window sort of just overlooked the next house. I think it was their driveway. And I thought, how awkward is that? But I like in reality that does happen. And you could maybe like I don't know grow plants in front of it or something to get a bit of privacy. And I always think with houses as well, like windows in terms of windows, like I love the natural light. Um, it really bothers me. I've probably said before, or if you knew, how my bathroom doesn't have a window in it, so you have to have the light on when you're in there. Um, and it was something that really put me off about this house, but I live with it fine. It gets on absolutely fine, and it used to really bother me as well that like I'd have to put a light on and that would use electric. But in reality, like I found that electric is just dead cheap. It's not really a problem. I feel like it'd be handy as well to have a window in terms of letting all the steam out. I mean, there is like an extractor fan in there, and I feel like this is going to come up later as well because in this house that I'm building, there are kind of rooms that don't have windows. And it just really got me thinking, like, would you get that in real life? Because obviously most rooms have a window, but there are rooms that don't have windows. Like, if you think about, I mean, if you look back to that property that I showed you at the beginning, that's joined onto this one, there's a basement property. And that's going to happen in real life where there is only kind of, what do you call it, like faux lighting, not, what do you even call that? Like, not natural lighting. It's just my brain not working. There'll be a really simple word for it. But then if I think about like Tom's house as well, like if you follow along with me in this journey, you know I'm obsessed with Life of Tom. His house has some kind of rooms that only have again faux lights in them. If you're aware of his like proper gaming room, oh my gosh, I wish I had one of those. Maybe one day. It's all like a process, isn't it? And I bet that one day he wouldn't have had that. I wish I could like I don't know if I could be bothered to go back and watch all his old videos. Well, that'd be a waste of time. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm only going to do it if I want to, aren't I? Oh gosh, but yeah, I'm sure he'll have started from nowhere. I mean, he literally said he worked at McDonald's. And just if there are students watching, because I'm very aware of this kind of this thing that is becoming a more common thing. Like you're seeing people that are just making a living out of things like YouTube and thinking, why have I got to go to school and stuff? And oh, please, like I just advise if you do find my videos at all interesting, go and watch them, and you'll see me dig into so many like valuable life lessons, in my opinion. The things that like I just wish people had told me when I was younger. I mean, if Tom could have been more open about it, perhaps I'd have known that stuff, and it would just changed my thought process a bit. But he was young as well, and maybe didn't know what he was doing. And if I'm being completely honest, like yes, I'm jealous of his lifestyle. Like who would not? And I'm aware, like if you don't follow him, you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'll maybe have to kind of explain a bit. But who would not want like a massive farm? He's just bought a massive farm where he literally spends his life like doing it up. Like why can't I spend my life just doing up my property and literally getting paid for it? But every cloud has a silver lining. I mean, again, it's got its drawbacks, like people like going to his land and stuff. And again, as well, like if I've inspired any students to go and do the YouTube thing, I've got some really like key things that I'd advise you on. So I am going to mention them. I was going to maybe do it in a separate video, but I'm really iffy at the minute as to what videos to release and what. So if you are going to do it, like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I would have done it when I was younger. I mean, I always used to watch him when I was younger and think I could do that, and I don't know if I would or not. And when I was younger, I was a lot more worried about being judged, whereas now I'm just not so bothered. But also, I feel like I've gained a lot of knowledge and experience in terms of knowing what to say and what not to say, and what is embarrassing and what's not embarrassing. Because I feel like if I was doing this when I was younger, I'd feel like every word I'm saying is super embarrassing. Whereas now I've realised, I mean, my job's probably helped me with it as well. It's been such a confidence builder because you have to speak in front of people. And it's also helped me in terms of knowing like the way that people take things and how you should frame things and stuff. Um, but it's just made me realise that a lot of the stuff you say, people aren't bothered. And you might be aware of someone like on TikTok that does these, what does she call them? Rejection therapy challenges. Oh, and she does my head in if I'm being completely honest. I mean, some of it was valid. It started off like with a true purpose. She was genuinely showing that, like people don't care what you do, so you shouldn't be so worried about it. But it's now got a bit ridiculous where she's doing completely stupid stuff. And if I'm being honest, I'm starting to think she's doing it for the TikTok attention rather than, and people might come at me for this. I'm not bothered. I'm happy to fight that battle because I do feel like now there was one. I'd seen her go to a supermarket in a wedding dress just to prove that nobody cares. And it's like, we've already shown through videos that no one cares, and I feel like now she's doing it for the attention. So, I mean, if that's me being toxic, like, tell me, fine, whatever, it is what it is. But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's just got a bit silly. But yeah, the advice I'd give to anyone wanting to give it a go, I mean, feel free to try it. My advice would be very mindful of what you're saying, because obviously when something is out there on the internet, it's not so easy to take back. As I've learned a very harsh lesson, like through my vlog channel and everything, like everything that's out there. Like I think I literally just mentioned that my year 10s I'd found a little bit tough on one particular day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be saying things like that. So delete the video. And at the time, like I probably thought that's not such a bad thing to say. So you just need to be really careful and try and think everything through about what you should say and what you shouldn't say. And again, like, should I mention it again now? I might watch it back and think no. But when it's out there, it's out there. So think very, very carefully about what you're saying, because it's all well and good deleting the video, but like people have seen me say that and it changed. Like if a student has seen me say that, and it might have just changed like the way that they see me, and I don't know. It's not good for relationships, which I absolutely need for my job. And when I say relationships, I mean like professional relationships, not like boyfriend girlfriend kind of stuff. Yeah, so just be really careful of what you're saying. Be really careful of who your audience are as well, I would advise. I mean, I've always kept that in mind, I would say, but then there's me saying that I've made mistakes, but you're naturally going to make mistakes, and you learn from those mistakes. If you've got anything about you, you'll use anything that goes wrong and work out what you should be doing instead. Yeah, so my advice would be just go for it. Be super careful about what you're saying. I mean, I've always tried to not swear in any of my videos, and perhaps like everyone has maybe said like a swear word at some point, but I don't think that's the kind of thing you should be putting out there. I'd advise you, if you're going to make videos, to set an example. I mean, we talk a lot at work about social media having negative impacts, which it absolutely does. But then, as you've hopefully seen through my videos, it's got some positive impacts as well. Is there anything else in particular? I'm trying to remember exactly what I want to say. Is there anything else I'd be wary of? I'm not sure. I've put the roof on this property now, as you might have seen in the background while I'm just rambling. So you're going to get to see me doing kind of the interior and stuff. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was anything, because I feel like in my head I had loads of things I wanted to say about what I would advise you do if you're going to do this yourself. Something else I would say, like, I'm just checking out this property again to check that the view from the window is still fine, which I think it is. If that was me, like, I'd just love to have a house with a window. I was just seeing if I could put one in there, and I don't think it's practical. And again, like, there's not a lot of natural light in there, but I'd love a little cozy property like that, providing it was in the right place. I'm very big on having a garden as well. That was something I was very precious about when I was house hunting. Anyway, again, with the YouTube thing, like, I just advise you to think about whether you'd have your comments on or not. I think I'm going to leave my comments on. At the minute, I don't think anyone's been commenting on my gaming videos, which is fine by me. I mean, if anything, that's preferable, because you obviously can't control what people say, which I've always been wary of. So again, be mindful that at some point you're going to get some hate. I mean, the only hate that I've had so far, nobody has said anything mean to me. This is the maybe a thing like when you're an adult, people, oh look, this is the fox, and I thought I'd made him sit, and I do accidentally give him a whack, and then he runs off, and I go see if I can't remember why I follow him. I think I was like trying to apologise, like, sorry fox, and then he made me realise that actually there's a bit down there that I've not bricked up. So every cloud has a silver lining and all that. I'm hoping people know what that phrase means. So what was I saying about comments? Yeah, no one's really giving me a lot of hate. I mean, people, when you get to like my age, like 26 I am now, you're gonna see that people, they tend to keep their thoughts probably more internalized. There are the odd people that just, oh my gosh, you see these, what we would call keyboard warriors, people that just post things without thinking about it. Do not do that. Do not just write whatever you think about. You need to think, who is going to see this? Like, what are they going to think about it? What might the backlash be? I'm not being funny. Like, oh gosh, from early days, like of me becoming a teacher, I thought my Facebook was locked down. And again, check. Like, you need to try and check those things. I thought my Facebook was locked down so people couldn't see it. And there was a teacher sat in one of the staff rooms, like literally flicking through all my posts and reading them out in front of the whole department. And that was so I just hated it. I was so embarrassed and I couldn't do anything to stop it because it was all just on public. Um, yeah, and again, there's something I want to say, but I'm not going to say it in case students find this at the beginning. Like, I felt like it was just year 10s watching my videos, and I'm very open and honest with my year 10s about everything. And it's come to light that this Mr. Calendar's YouTube thing is spreading like wildfire, and I don't even know how, but I mean, again, keep that in mind. If someone finds it, like, is it gonna spread like wildfire and everybody find it? Because I thought it'd be like slow and steady growth. Maybe someone will find it, but that'd be it. And again, so naive. And you learn things like obviously I know now for the future, but I don't even. It's got to like the younger years too, and I'm as horrible as it sounds. I'm not as open with the younger years about certain stuff. If you know me inside out, yeah, ask me and I'll go into it. I don't want to put it on YouTube in case again the younger years like find this. It's just not ideal. I did not make this account thinking it would be for students, but this is where we're at. So we move. You've got to do what you've got to do, haven't you? Me and my little one-liners. So I'm filling in this kind of attic void space now. It does actually have the room to have like the room to have 2 floors in the attic, which I do. I feel like I just want to utilise the space. I don't know if I'll speed it up a bit. I might speed it up. I said that. Oh my gosh, I'm nearly at the end. You'll be pleased. It's been quite a long video, but I've delved into so much. So I'll put it on 1.5 speed while I just kind of section these walls and everything. I'm just kind of working out how to use the space. Obviously, I think the ideal world is to have like I want double bedrooms. Like, is that what you even call them? Yeah, double bedrooms instead of single bedrooms. Gosh, can you tell I'm just exhausted from my job? Literally, like my first proper day off work, and I can't even form a sentence. Anyway, the ideal is to have like I think double bedrooms with ensuite shower rooms or bathrooms or whatever. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. And this does end up being like a really tight space that doesn't work out very well. So I kind of jiggle it around a bit because none of those rooms are really big enough to be double bedrooms, and I could have single bedrooms, but I would like if every room is a double. I think that's more practical than having single bedrooms. I'm fully aware that in real life there are. I wanted to put a window in here, and I'm just kind of playing around with it. I'm very aware that in real life there are single bedrooms. Oh my gosh, when I was house hunting, like looking at some rooms that were considered a bedroom, and it was literally like a cupboard. Like, how is that a bedroom? Or a room even? Like, how can you call that a room? It's crazy. I'm very fortunate in my house. I mean, my master bedroom that my sister's using is super spacious, really nice big use of space. She might disagree. And this bedroom that I'm using, me and my partner, is just a standard double bedroom. It's a decent size. I mean, where did I see? Oh yeah, someone put there. They've been kind of doing the house up and they'd put it on their Instagram story, and I was watching obviously because curious, and I was looking at it and it was really nicely done, but there was no space. I'm very lucky that in my bedroom, this one, there's loads of space. Like if I look here, that must be like it's over a meter. It must be like meter and or what must it be like? What, 4 foot? Yeah, there's about 4 foot between the end of my bed and the cabinets. And I saw theirs, and it was literally end of the bed, tiny little walkway, like 2 foot walkway, and then wall. There was no cabinets or anything. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. Like I moan about my house being tiny all the time because it is. If you don't know, I've got a 2 up, 2 down. But it's in some ways I love it. Like I love it and I hate it. And obviously, like who wouldn't want a great big house? I mean, again, every cloud has a silver lining because the bigger the house, the more your tax would be, the more you've got to look after. I feel like I would like a nice big house one day. Why not if you can afford it? And as depressing as it is, like sometimes I think I can't even afford this tiny one. It'd be really good if my partner could help me out a bit, but it is what it is. And obviously, if I'm not happy, and the relationship, as brutal and sad as that sounds, but I used to say, and I remember saying it to my friend Amber like ages ago, and it's so true. Like, if you don't like something, you either find a way to deal with it or you fix it. So you could apply that to like my YouTube conundrum, if that's what is conundrum the right word. I'm going to check what that means. Let me ask Siri. Define conundrum. Bear with, guys. Because I want to check that I'm using the word right. So what's it going to say? Yeah, confusing and difficult problem or question. So it is definitely a conundrum, I must admit, as to what to do with my YouTube channels. Because as you know, I get so much enjoyment out of it. But yeah, at the minute, I'm not happy that students have found it, and it's like, do I delete it and start again? And I've just mentioned the relationship. Like, if that's not going good, I always say, like, if you're not happy with something, you've got to either find a way to live with it or find a way to fix it. Because I used to think that about me being fat. I was really fat when I was at school and stuff, and I didn't like it. I think it's a teenage thing to be very conscious of yourself. Oh, and by the way, if you don't know, I dressed up as a cow for World Book Month at school, and I absolutely loved it, and I wanted to make a video on it, and I might do it. Why not? I'm just very worried about the backlash I might get, and I don't want the attention from students, and is that going to spur on the attention a bit more? I don't know. But I'm also aware that some of them were trying to take sneaky pictures of me at work because they wanted to show people, but you're not allowed to use your phones. Oh, they frustrate me. You've got to follow the rules. If you are a student watching this, you have to follow the rules. Right, I'm assuming I've come to the end. Yeah. I think I just walk around this house now. Let me slow it down a bit because it's very kind of jittery because I'm going so fast. Steady it down. So I'm just kind of walking around the house again and checking that everything's... Because I've been working on the upstairs loft space so much I've kind of forgot the layout of the house. So I wanted to check it had all the basic practical things. Because you'd be surprised how much you work on a house and then find, oh, you don't have a bathroom that you need somewhere or something. So I've not really kind of justified what each of these spaces are. Obviously that space up there, it'd have to be like a little cozy space or storage space. Could be an office or something. So yeah, there are a couple of spaces in that house where it is just not big enough to be a bedroom, really, unless it's a single bedroom. So that's my house complete. That's my little project update. I didn't finish off that little garden that is just there kind of near the cross in the middle. I'm going to wrap the video up because I know I don't do anything else. So if you haven't all enjoyed my video, I would ask you please to give it a thumbs up so I know if it's been enjoyable or not. I've obviously gone back to Minecraft after quite a while. I do really enjoy mini motorways, but I've kind of seen that there's not a lot of a buzz there for it, which is fine, and it's sad. I was literally saying to my grandma yesterday, we went out for an evening meal, it was lovely, and I don't know, she was, like I say, asking how the YouTube channel was going and whatever, and I'd mentioned it had been found, and I said in general it's not getting a lot of attention, but I'm not bothered, because really I'm doing it for the enjoyment rather than getting paid. Take note, please. Because if you are ruining this for me at work, then you are ruining my enjoyment, which is not very fair. And I feel like most people won't want to do that, but please just think about what kind of impact that's having on me. Because people coming up to me and just making little comments, like they don't see how they're being, and they've got no malice in them, but it's a lot and I don't like it. Anyway, and I said to my grandma, like, can you imagine how cool it would be to be able to play your favourite game and get paid for it? Like, that's the dream, isn't it? But anyway, after that little waffle, as I say, if you've enjoyed my video or just hearing me waffle on or the Minecraft stuff, whatever, give me a thumbs up so I know you've enjoyed it. Otherwise, we'll see what happens. I've got no plans in terms of what I'm releasing next. I'm going to be fairly busy tomorrow. There's a bit going on. I'm not going to divulge. Don't need to divulge. Need to keep things a bit more private, maybe. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you again. Hopefully for another Minecraft video. I don't know. You know that I love this a little bit. I've gone off it for ages. Mini motorways was my passion, but if people don't want to see it, then I'm not going to make videos on it, I don't think. We'll see. Right, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and hopefully see you in the next one. Au revoir. I'm that busy talking, I forgot to go and stop the video. Thanks for watching.